Chrissy from Knitting in the Heights. I just wanted to do a short, more knitting content type vlog tonight. It is Wednesday, October the 12th, and first of all, I just want to thank everybody that has subscribed to my channel and liked my videos and given me great comments and feedback. It's been very much appreciated. I did find it funny, and so did some of my friends who are also watching the vlogs. We all found it funny that people were commenting on how fun the music was and all of that. Well, being a professional musician, that really does actually mean a lot to me, that people notice that I'm, trying to do something with the music. It's not just, some of the earlier videos that I've pre-recorded that I put up as kind of flashback videos, they used, this one thing, but I think it's just fun to play with music. So anyhow, speaking of music, at the end of this video, you're actually going to get to see a jam session from one of the teacher trainings that my teachers engaged in today. I got permission from them to post on social media, so we're going to kind of celebrate them. I am very lucky in my job that I work with such incredibly talented musicians, not just being a musician myself, but to be able to engage with a great team of teachers who are also amazing, incredible performing artists. So anyway, let's talk a little bit more about knitting. Number one, again, thank you to all the new subscribers. It's been kind of overwhelming to see how quickly this channel is growing, but I think it's incredible and I'm really enjoying it. And so to celebrate the fact that we're almost at 100 subscribers as of right now, I've decided when I do hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway, and I'm going to have a special little mini vlog that's going to talk about that giveaway and give you a prompt and show you what I'll be giving away. I think you'll like it. It's pretty cool. It's some nice stuff. What else? Let's talk about some of the knitting I've been doing, that I have done since the last time I kind of showed off my knitting. So we'll start with the Halloween sock that I've been working on. So I'm working on the crumpled socks pattern by Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears. And I'm using Biscott's yarns in Clownfish, which is, it's orange, black, and white. You can't get more Halloween than that. And then the other color I have chosen for an accent color for the heels and for the tiny portion of the cuff is called Hannibal Lecter. I'm sorry, it's Hannibal Lecter. It's by Yarn Cafe Creations. It took me a second. And I know, because I'm using leftovers, that I'm not going to have enough to actually finish these socks. I've been playing a lot of Yarn Chicken using leftovers recently, which is great because then I'm not left with too much extra yarn. But I've decided to add in for my toes another color from Craft House Magic, and I can't remember the colorway for that one. It came in a set of 5 minis. But anyhow, here is the progress so far. The pattern is super fun. It works really well for self-striping. It's interesting what it does to the self-striping. I find that kind of cool. But they feel so squishy. So I'm going to enjoy these. The reason that the Biscott yarns is actually leftovers last year, I got a memory thing. I knit my daughter a pair of socks out of this using some other yarn for heels, cuffs, and toes. So I had enough to make me a pair of socks, which is cool. So the color I'm going to be adding for the toes is this green. So I think it will make some really fun, witchy kind of, I don't know if you can see the colors, witchy kind of color combination. Definitely Halloween inspired. So let's talk about the Gouty sweater and the progress I have made on this. So this is by Julie Knits in Paris. And it's a wonderful pattern. I know we're at a weird angle, so I'm sorry. I have finished one sleeve. She has always wanted it in her entire life. She's always wanted a extra long sleeve that has thumb holes. And so I added that for her. I should have changed the size of the needle on the cuff, but I think she'll also like the fact that it's extra wide at the same time. She's just, I don't know. She doesn't like things that are super constricting. So I think that will be part of it. The other sleeve, I think I just picked up for the stitches for the other sleeve when I showed it to you last. And I've made quite a bit of progress. I finished the sleeve proper with even the little bit of color work right before the ribbing. So now all I have to do is the miles of ribbing. And a 1x1 twisted rib does take a while. So yeah, so we'll be working on that when I get time after this knit along. I don't know how much time I'm gonna have because, spoiler alert, I am not gonna be done with the clue by the first clue by the time the second clue drops. There is no way. I actually like the pattern, which is cool. But yeah, it's taking forever, and Mr. West, sir. Yeah, some of us, I love the challenge, but some of us need a little bit more time on this one. I mean, pretty much most of the people I know that are working on this, very few people are even close to the end of clue 1. Okay, so hello. I don't know. I mean, I do actually like the pattern, and I actually don't mind the casting on and off. I know that's a spoiler if you don't know much about this. That's why I said spoiler alert. But I don't find it tedious. It's kind of nice comforting actually in a way to do something like this when I'm kind of like dealing with a lot of stuff at work and stress, and so it's nice to know, okay, well, this is where I am. Like, I don't get lost or anything. So it's like it's rhythmic to a certain extent, but it does take forever. So like yesterday, I really needed to knit. I had a ton of work to do once I got home, and I was working on some other projects because I'm like looking for an apartment and just all this stuff. So like trying to like figure some other things out. So I put this, I was like, I need to knit something or else I'm going to go insane. So I tried to start a repeat, and I got 1 row of the repeat yesterday. Now tonight I've done a lot better. I'm actually in the middle of a row. So I am going to show it now. So if you don't want to see it, just look away. I will tell you when I'm done. So here is where I am at. And I've done pretty well. I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of a repeat. I could have finished the repeat and started recording, but sometimes when you get the bug to record, you might as well just do it while you still have the patience and the wherewithal to actually talk to yourself on camera. So yeah, it's coming along. I have completed how many repeats? You have a set of rounds and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm in the middle of the 8th repeat right now. And there's 11, excuse me. Yeah, so, yeah, not finishing by tomorrow morning. I think this is something Friday, Saturday night, I'll probably get caught up. That's fine. I'm still going to watch the video tomorrow. I don't care. And I'm still going to react to it and put it someplace, and maybe even in this video, which would be great. But yeah, there is just no way. If I get through this repeat, I'll be happy. I don't even know if I'll get through this repeat tonight, to be honest with you. Just because I am starting to get tired. I didn't sleep great last night. All right, so I have put the Stephen West knit along away. I am using some cool yarn on it. The 2 yarns for this week. First color is from a Homespun House. It's the color Ash. The second color is These Days from Craft House Magic. Okay. So that's what I'm knitting on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go directly to a video. I'll set the scene. So part of my job, I curate the teacher training for our teachers. And I teach a lot of it as well. But today we had 2 guests. And the subject matter was all about cultural relevancy in choosing the music for your students so that they have a connection to the music. And part of this session was getting what we call lead sheets, which is just the most basic, it's like chord progressions and like the written notation of a melody for everybody to have in front of them. And they would learn how to do that first, and then from there you basically, like, people solo over it. Like, they just make solos out of what they have in front of them. Now, I will say, our teachers are in New York City. They're working musicians. Some of them are classically trained players. Some of them are jazz players that have studied. I mean, when I say studied for years, I mean studied for years We had people in that room besides myself who have doctorates in music. So I have a doctorate in music, but we have teachers who have doctorates in music. So when I say the caliber of musicians is incredible, we have people in that room that are gigging in jazz clubs nightly, playing jazz, that we're soloing. We had people in that room that just won the audition for the Radio City Music Hall's Christmas Spectacular with the Rockettes. We have people in that room that are substitute performers with the New York Philharmonic and the New Jersey Symphony. So when I say, if you can make it in New York as a musician, like, these are the creme de la creme. They go to school, they went to schools like Juilliard, they went to international conservatories. So I just want you to enjoy, because it was one of the most fun moments I've had in a while in a teacher training, is just to sit back and listen to our teachers have fun making music together. So anyway, I hope you enjoy, and I will see you later. Bye.
Well, let's just set up a groove with Lewis.
Yeah. So, we'll cue going into A, but they're just this is gonna be on cue, so just let them get settled in for a minute. Thank you.